You're dying over here.
You are now reacting to the new global boy group NEXZ, a group consisting of both Japanese and Korean members formed on the survival show NEXZ Project S2. So you could call them the boy group version of NEXZ or their little brothers.
This is their Korean release song SIMMER, a B-side track released ahead of their mini-album, Oh Really? Delves into the theme of building anticipation and controlled intensity. Whoa!
The title, SIMMER, draws from the culinary term, symbolizing a state of restrained energy poised to erupt, reflecting the group's readiness to make a significant impact on the music scene.
This song is composed by Kang Eun-chung, Woo-tan, INFX, Daenan, Iki, and Shaka.
So much better pronunciation than Umu.
Hey, she said it, not me.
Let the fans decide.
I didn't say anything.
Down, on. If you're hearing this right now, that means this video isn't monetizable, nor is it sponsored. Instead, this video is brought to you by you, our YouTube members and supporters on Patreon. Patreon and YouTube memberships are how viewers like you can support our team and also gain access to tons of exclusive content.
I like one thing in particular about this song, which is that I like the transition from the pre-chorus to the chorus.
Thank you so much to all of you who already support us. We really couldn't keep doing this without you. And now, back to the video. 3, 2, 1. Or not, that was a weird glitch.
Wait, maybe that's in the,
is that in the music video? Gosh, why do you do this to us, JYP?
To trick us?
We've had so many internet problems. This is just bringing up some trauma.
3, 2, 1.
Let him cook.
Buffer? No.
That was part of the
Is
video.
that part of it?
The dial tone. What?
Oh, that's so cool.
Into the dial tone, into the song? Yeah. Cool.
Wait.
Interesting sample to do that.
Let them cook.
That's a really familiar groove for me.
Wow, that's such a cool fake out.
I really like that distant whistly sound.
You're like dripping. They got the drip.
Kind of cool how the voice begins to be pitched, so do the percussion.
Okay, modal mixture.
Little chromaticism.
Seriously.
I think we're have to have a hair to talk after this.
We're wiggling.
They're going quick.
Wow, long build up.
Oh!
I love a guy with glasses.
Wondering if there's gonna be a big beat switch.
Minor. Whoa.
Wow.
Oh, this hits. I like it.
It's giving SIMMER.
Okay.
Yo, their dancing chops are kind of good, not gonna lie.
Oh, we got the trap in, so you feel the subdivisions even faster.
It's a tone from the beginning. Nice.
I think this works.
My eardrums is simmering.
Oh wow, just going straight from the major to the minor third.
I can't deny.
What was that sound?
It was very like a dead delivery.
Why are we in C major now?
The major coming out of nowhere, I will never get tired of that.
That was wild. What?
I like a Siri voice kind of thing.
This is wild.
They're also deadpan.
Yeah.
Face.
Are we eating dim sum?
Woo! Wow, how the synth interacted with the rap there, that was crazy.
Crazy thing.
Oh.
Whoa.
I like how giant the bass sounds in comparison to the one before. That wasn't simmering.
Ow.
That was boiling.
That's gotta hurt.
Oh, they're cooking.
This is a great chorus.
Wait, I get the background.
They have the dial tone in the back.
Oh yeah.
We're at the SIMMER. I like it.
I'm still recovering from getting hot water poured on me.
I like that dial tone sound that they have in the back.
I love the people just freaking out in the background. All right, what's going to happen now?
K-pop bridge.
Oh.
We sure this is a JYP group?
Harmonies.
This is very SM.
Yeah, this is an extremely NCT bridge.
See, that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Harmonies.
Bass drum thuds or timpani.
Oh.
Nice little dotted rhythm.
Oh.
That was weird for me. Maybe I counted wrong.
Oh, this is going crazy. You're dying over here.
Oh no.
Oh, the dial tone is still there.
Yes, yes.
What the heck?
In the back.
Crazy. What?
Do we have a secret SM producer on there or something?
What the heck?
Okay, cool.
I enjoyed that.
That was the bridgiest bridge to ever bridge.
A standing ovation.
It's still bleep looping.
Whoa.
I enjoyed that very much. That's the first time in any K-pop song where I've heard the telephone sound actually being incorporated instead of being like in the music video.
Such a creative use of that sound.
That's so cool.
The fact that it was in key the whole time, bro. Wait.
So fussy. Dude, microtones. No, because like even when he speaks, it's a little bit like flat here a little bit. And then it like dips. Right?
Yeah. They bring a lot of spoken into it, too.
That's so cool, dude.
I didn't think that would be the sound used to start off the song.
This is the telephone sound. And then they like make a thing of. And then this is like.
Just to tonicize here. The fuck?
It seems like what makes this song soundscape so unique is they're taking a phone dial, combining it with maybe more typical EDM percussion instrumental like the trap hi-hat, the kick, the bass, along with more, what's the genre that Savage? Hyperpop. Yeah, like hyperpop, bing, bang, bong, bong, like higher metallic like hits for their snares with pitched, like maybe the tabla or like pitch synths that are very more rhythmic. And so having that combined, it's just like things that you don't quite expect to appear all together. And so it's very fun.
I like the first 2/3 of the song so much. Well, I think the first verse builds up to the chorus so well. There's like this hard-hitting, like almost cinematic percussion. And for some reason, I was led to believe that the moment they do something so pure like that, there was gonna be like a big beat change. Like they would like get all industrial, like or like the would come in. But the chorus is also, it's also very spacious. Kind of like soft and punchy. It's like punchy, but it's also like dun, dun. No.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
It simmered pretty hard.
It's pretty badass.
No, I think it worked. What they were going for, the controlled intensity. I think what they were doing worked. They did like almost minimalistic in a way, where as they kept going, they sort of added more and more to it to sort of keep that intensity driving, but it was never like too much to where it spilled out of the pot or whatever.
It's crunchy and it's sizzly, which is like the point, because I feel like it's supposed to be.
Content dictates form.
Yeah, it's supposed to be sizzly.
Sorry, this is every reaction I'll say. Content dictates form. Too much of the boys.
I guess so.
Even like the verses when it's thinner and like more.
Yeah, I liked that more.
That fucking second verse.
Oh my
Jumping
god, yeah,
into
C
like
major.
This song, Simmer, is also fun, I feel like, with how they arrange the vocals. Like, it's always like the rap first, and then the singing will come in on a major chord at the most unexpected moment.
And it'll gradually shift into singing. Like there are a lot of times they're rapping, but like not quite, like it's transitioning toward having more pitch, but it doesn't quite lock in.
Very fun.
Diminish here.
Yeah. But the bass is still G. Now. The bass is something like this.
There's fa somewhere in there.
It's so playful.
Whoa.
You can hear the dial tone like in every chorus.
It's very heavily reliant on this diminished harmony. Meanwhile, the melody.
And now the ba 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 ba. Yeah.
This is the first K-pop song that uses all three diminished harmonies.
So that first time that appeared in the chorus, both of us were like, da-da-da-da-da. Why did our heads tilt like that? Why did your head tilt like that?
Because it's going straight from the major third to the minor third, just like directly in the melody. But this is just like, it's all a tonic chord, and he's just going from major third, minor third, major third, minor third, which is just like an unusually direct way of doing that.
yeah, they're just like cool. Like the delivery of everything, I think, is really good.
There's that one member that was like trying to pull the deadpan
Deadpan,
thing
like-
that was going on in the rest of the song so far, but then you could see him cracking a tiny smile. He's like, yeah, I'm like so cool right
The
now.
deadpan delivery was really
That was fun.
I also think like in the delivery of the raps where it goes from member to member, it's really cool because they actually slightly change the vibe of who is doing like the cool voice and then who is doing something a little bit more like looser and unhinged and a little bit crazier. And then that was also represented in their dances, which I really like the contrast of that.
I did also like the call and response where there was like somebody rapping and there was like the little synth going doo-doo-doo-doo. That's like a R2D2 type of thing. This call and response.
Like, do you hear like the delivery of how it like oscillates from like something just kind of very coolly delivering it?
Yes.
And then someone's like comes in with like a way brighter sound.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Even the auto-tune there was added with so much like precision. And how are we going to produce it so that it fits?
It perfectly keeps you on your toes, and it adds different layers to the instrumentation, like the timbres. It's really great.
This is the bridgiest bridge to ever bridge.
Oh my god!
This bridge had nothing to do with anything else in the song.
No. Okay. No. I've heard bridges that are way out of that were way crazy, that are way out of like what the heck is happening?
We were so sizzly the entire time, and then it's like resonance.
And it's like, whoa.
Clear.
Okay, also I think the clear thing for me that always sets up a bridge that I know something crazy is gonna happen is that if there's a boo, pause, chord, and that's the formula. It always works.
Okay, he has a fantastic voice. I didn't realize that when I was screaming.
I'm a surprise girly. I like being like, what?
That was too much. You could have had a cute little rap verse in there. Not cute.
No.
The rest of the song a cute little rap verse?
But
Like, exactly. The whole song is a cute little rapper, so we gotta have some variety.
There's too much variety. That was not variety. That was just a different song.
No, I think it's fine.
Like the bridge alone. What did you think of the material?
Oh, I loved his voice, and I liked the more resonant, the less sizzly.
I think also it's just such a huge contrast from like the rest of the song being like drone
Yeah.
based.
Yeah,
it's like one
that's
chord
true.
the whole time. And so that's why I like myself some harmony. So if I'm listening to a whole song and it's just one chord, I'm like, that's fine. But then once you give me the harmonies, I'm like, yeah.
That bridge, I guess
I'm also not the biggest fan of the bridge because it feels like you would want to go into like some sort of like cool breakdown where you would like go down to some like really pared down like percussion, and then you would have like some vocal layering or some really cool instrumental aspect. But then it goes to like really like nostalgic and kind of like tugging at your heartstrings chords. But the whole song has just been like so cool that I've been waiting for some sick breakdown. But now we're getting like something really emotional, which I just don't think it really connected to me in that way.
I think there might be some sort of imagery or text painting with that slow section. Maybe it was like getting too much, so they had to turn the heat down real quick and it stopped simmering for a second. They're like, all right, let's bring this back up.
it's like you're simmering something and then you realize you forgot to put in the scallion, so you have to turn the water completely off.
So it's like controlled, you know what I mean? So they don't want it to spill out, so they sort of had to put that slow section in there.
Chop it up, put it in, and then you restart the simmer, but you know it will never be the same because the timing was a little off.
I think the slow section didn't last long enough. Felt like it could have simmered for a little bit longer. Well, because it was kind of upbeat, and then like that section came out of nowhere, and I was like, this is really different, but it's really beautiful, so I'm kind of okay with it. And there was like 3 bars or 4 bars long, so I was like, maybe it was a little too different to just last that long. But otherwise, it was a fun track.
What? Is it like his emphasis of the notes that confuse us? Like da da da,
No,
da
like-
da 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 da, or is it the rhythm? Is like the actual rhythm
Let me
itself?
listen to it once more, I'm sorry.
Do we have an irregular meter for a second, or like an added 16th note going back into the final chorus? Because Sean and I argued about this for like 20 minutes.
Yes.
this.
No, there was a hit before that.
No, it lined up when I did.
It's because you were yelling over me. Let's leave this to the percussionist.
Extra eighth
Now
note.
we're on the 8th note. Now we're on the 8th.
You see, I was not wrong when I said it earlier.
Wow. Where does it come in?
It might be the phone call. It's right there. Yeah. No, because he comes in. The cell phone gives you like a pickup, like a and a 1, and he comes in right on the 1, and his whole phrase is like perfectly with the 4/4 bar. But right at the end, when the guy starts wooing and spinning the handkerchief or whatever, it just gives one more 8th note there. Yeah. I wonder if it's a 9/8 bar instead of a 4/4, or if it's like a 3/8 bar at the end. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. No, it's just a 9/8 bar, or you can think of it as a 3/4 plus 3/8 bar if you want.
Pretty cool. It's definitely easy to just lose time there. Like it's kind of a cadenza. Sorry, Uma.
It's because you were yelling over me.
The really fast notes at the beginning of the bar. Tick-a-da-da, ba-ba-ba-ba, tick-a-da-da, and sustaining through the rest
That's
of the
another
bar.
thing that I wanted to point out about the whole thing. Like simmer is also like, it's like sustained. So it's like building to explosion, like that's a whole theme, right? And there's so much of that, especially like even in the beginning you have that telephone dial tone, and then there's like a rising pitch that's kind of mixed really far back before it all hits. And then everything in the vocal delivery, there's like stress tones and then fast flow, but then like the chorus itself is also simmer, simmer. At the beginning they said something about a bowstring, like it's very bowstring-esque in the way that they phrased everything. Like the syllables that they stress are really stressed or really drawn out. That gives it that rhythmic groove.
And you said you wanted to talk about a specific rhythm when you heard the chorus?
Hurtas.
Oh, Hurtas.
Hurtas.
Yeah, was it? It was in like one of the verses probably. Maybe it's more of a gallop, but
We can talk about.
we can talk here about Hurtas. I think they throw a few in there. Well, first we should say most drum rudiments, which is just like an element of a rhythm. So like the smallest part of a rhythm, or the smallest like sub-sticking, is like all the rudiments are usually named after what they sound like. So like pada fla fla. Pada fla fla, pada fla fla. Yeah. And then yeah, that's true for a lot of them. So that's why Hurtas are called Hurtas. That's where that was going.
And where in the song do you hear this?
I think it might be.
They might just be gallop.
Yeah.
But I want to hear if they.
They might. I think they might have like 1 or 2, to be honest.
It's like individual. It's like this is like. It's kind of close to a hair tie. It's the same idea, but it's not quite. They never repeat them.
I'm so excited to explain Hurtas.
Yeah. Most satisfying rhythm in all of percussion, I think.
What I like about this pre-chorus section, or at least I don't know if this happens the second time, but we've got this descending like chromatic going down, and you kind of expect it just to be like, but I think it's a little bit longer. I think it goes like, like it's just it does not do what you expect. Words bad. Sorry, guys. Is that body percussion?
Oh
It
yeah.
feels very skin.
Yeah.
It's just like, did the producers think like, let's put all the production, like all the percussions, like techniques in there?
You can never do everything.
They didn't do everything, but let's do as many as we can and to stay cohesive. Was there an instrument towards the beginning that you maybe recognized, or was it a groove you were talking about?
Groove. It was definitely.
I'd say listen for instrument as well.
I believe
Maybe fucking triangle or some shit. Bum.
I hear like a single tabla hit.
What? I'm not hearing that all. Hold on, wait, what?
Could be a synth tabla.
It could be. It is a little bit more resonant and pitchy than any of the other
Tablas are
sounds.
just like ticky.
So low in the mix though. That's kind of why it's so hard to hear.
Maybe.
Cobble would work really good with this.
At the beginning,
It would be a little cliche, but it would work really good with this.
I love this so much.
They cooked.
They cooked.
Oh, I love this. I knew it. I knew it.
wow. There's like so much distortion on this.
Yeah.
What does Mississippi have to do with this?
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi,